Welcome to Horrific History. In today's video, we will be discussing one of the most horrific true crime cases in history, the story of David Parker Ray, also known as the Toybox Killer. This man's heinous crimes and depraved actions have left an indelible mark on the history of true crime. David Parker Ray was born in 1939 in Belen, New Mexico. He grew up in a household that was marked by violence and abuse, with his father regularly beating both him and his mother. As a child, Ray often sought refuge in his own imagination, creating an elaborate fantasy world that would later manifest in his criminal behavior. As an adult, Ray worked as an auto mechanic and later as a park ranger. However, his true calling was far more sinister. In the 1980s, Ray began abducting women and taking them to a trailer he called his toy box, where he would subject them to unspeakable torture and abuse. Ray's toy box was a custom-built trailer that was soundproofed, insulated, and equipped with various instruments of torture. Once inside, Ray would use his extensive knowledge of hypnosis to brainwash and manipulate his victims. He would dress in a mask and use a voice modulator to terrify them and then subject them to the worst kinds of torture you could imagine. Ray's daughter, Jessie Parker Ray, lived with him for a time and witnessed his abusive behavior towards women. She knew about the existence of the toy box and was aware of her father's criminal activities. Jessie was also present during some of the abductions, but she claimed to be too scared to do anything to stop her father. Ray's girlfriend, Cindy Hendy, was also aware of his crimes. She lived with him in the trailer where he kept his victims and helped him with his business of selling sex toys and BDSM equipment. Hendy was present during some of the abductions and helped Ray cover up his crimes by disposing of evidence. Both Jessie Parker Ray and Cindy Hendy were eventually charged with conspiracy to commit kidnapping and were sentenced to 2 years in prison. While they did not directly participate in Ray's crimes, their involvement in covering up his actions makes them complicit in his horrific acts. Ray's victims often suffered for days or even weeks, enduring unimaginable horrors such as electric shocks, rape, and forced drug use. His reign of terror lasted for years, and it wasn't until a woman named Cynthia Vigil managed to escape from the toy box that Ray was finally caught. After his arrest, Ray was convicted of multiple counts of kidnapping, rape, and torture. He was sentenced to 224 years in prison, where he died in 2018. The legacy of David Parker Ray and the Toybox Killer case is one of unimaginable horror and depravity. His personal history of abuse and trauma, combined with his own twisted fantasies, created a monster that terrorized countless victims. The case has become a cautionary tale of how unchecked mental illness and abuse can lead to unthinkable acts of violence. Thank you for watching this video on David Parker Ray, the Toybox Killer. If you have any additional information or theories, please leave a comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.